Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Simon. Welcome to another reaction to the Bad Batch. I completely forgot about the time difference because you folks in the US have had your daylight savings. We have not had that yet here in the UK. So this came out an hour ago, and I'm prepping for it now, thinking it was out at the usual time. So yeah, this is up a little bit later than normal, but who cares? Who cares? It's still too early in the morning. So we got the Acolyte trailer yesterday. There is a link in the comments and the description to my reaction to that. It's over on the Star Wars channel, so if you haven't checked that out, go and have a look. It was an interesting trailer, very short, not very many details, but you know, it gave us a look into the Acolyte for the first time, which is releasing in just a few months. In fact, it'll be about a month to the day that this show ends. So we've only got a month between Star Wars content, which is always, you know, nice. It's great these days that we can say, oh, we don't have to wait too long between, you know, Star Wars shows or, you know, any kind of content for the franchise that we all admire. So, yes, in regards to, you know, this season so far of The Bad Batch, it's been really good. The last sort of 2 episodes were interlinked. It was, you know, again, you know, an attack on the clones on Teth, which, again, as many people pointed out, is where the Clone Wars movie took place. It was where they rescued Jabba's baby, Slimy, I think, if I remember the name. I don't know if that was just the name that Ahsoka gave the baby. Or Stinky, I think it was. Stinky, not Slimy. It was both. I mean, he was slimy and stinky, so, you know, it could have been either. And, you know, again, very much focusing around Crosshair's return to the fold. Rex had a big part to play. You know, Wolf, we saw maybe having some doubts for the first time, you know, not bringing them in as ordered. And, you know, again, there's still a lot going on with this Commando clone who I've battled in my own head this week as to who it might be. I was almost convinced it was Tech at the end of last episode. Some people have brought up some interesting connections between Cody, mostly the vibro knife, which is what Cody took off one of the other clones or one of the fighters he faced. That's just Zuko, by the way, on his cat tree, trying to interrupt this already messy intro. But again, it's like, it's 8 in the morning, so who cares? Yeah, you know, he had the vibro knife that we saw him have in Season 2, so it could well be Cody. If it's not Tech, it's Cody. Or it could be no one. Or it could be everyone. Or it could be someone completely new. Who knows at this point? I'm tired of guessing. But yeah, we're going to jump into, I think this is the 9th episode? No, 8th episode. It's called Bad Territory. So yeah, we're going to jump in, and we're going to see what happens. Back on Pabu. It's so pretty, but it won't stay that way for long.
Staring at your comm won't make Echo contact you any faster by staying away.
Yep.
He's right.
No point getting captured after you've just been rescued.
After you. And what does MCAN experiments mean?
Yep.
Until then, you have to lay low.
You're grounded, Omega.
Class 1 bounty hunters have been retrieving M-count targets for the Empire.
Ooh, bounty hunters.
What's it mean?
Presuming that means Class 1 is the best.
A bounty hunter.
Most trusted.
We have run into a few.
Cad Bane.
What about Finnick?
Finnick. Yes, Fennec Shand.
She was hired by the
What about Dengar? No one ever thinks about Dengar.
She might know something.
Why doesn't Dengar get any love?
She's dangerous, but you and I will go alone.
But
This isn't a debate. Stay on Pabu and stay out of trouble.
Although ironically, I imagine that when they stay on Pabu, the Empire is going to attack. So them staying out of trouble might get them into trouble.
See if you can convince him to get his hand looked at.
Ooh, I like that space station. It's got a bit of a Star Trek vibe to it. Feels like the rings of Kafrane mixed with space dock. The pit droid, 7 drinks. That seems... Although I do like his hat.
It can wait.
Again, I think that's Liam O'Brien. I'm going to point out every time I hear Liam O'Brien's voice, just because he is in this so much. And he's a great voice actor.
I might know someone who has.
Can you put us in touch with them?
Ooh, who's that going to be?
That will definitely cost you.
I mean, it must be Cad Bane,
How much?
More than you've got.
given
But
who would be qualified to do it. Also, I want to see a list of
I've read
targets.
your files from before.
So you want us to work with you?
No.
She wants you to go get
You'll
him.
be working for me.
Yeah.
You follow through. I'll get you what you want to know.
It's a fair trade.
Deal.
Yeah.
We'll use my ship.
I have exhausted all medical treatment options. Perhaps the issue is not something physical.
Psychosomatic.
Think it's in my head?
If you
Yep.
were to elaborate more on the experimentation you were subjected to, I could determine the cause.
Siler-Ceres, the slayer of Ordo Eris. One of the slipperiest marks around. Got a tip on his location.
He's a praying mantis man.
Got greedy. I need a boat with speed, and not something that'll capsize like last time.
So she's had dealings with these pit droids. Not very good dealings, by the sounds of it. It's kind of giving me a bit of New Orleans, or Louisiana swamp vibe, I should say. The hovercraft, the dinginess. I imagine it's very humid on this planet.
Find it. You, whatever your name
I was going to say,
is.
people have been complaining that Hunt has
The
not really
area
been
we're
using
headed
his
is
tracking
extremely
ability this
hostile, so
season.
always keep your eyes on the
This
water.
might give him a chance to shine.
What's in the water? I can't tell from here.
Better get in there and check it out.
But you just said you wouldn't go in the water.
And I'm not. You are.
Wonderful.
Come on, Wrecker. Let's get this over.
So he sensed the mines before they hit them.
AZ might be right. Whatever they did to you on Tantus.
I just love how Batcher is so
more than you
happy.
realize.
You know, all the time.
It's not in my head.
Just because there's nothing AZ can do doesn't mean your hand can't get better.
I'm not gonna like it, am I?
Do you like
You
anything?
don't like anything.
Yeah. I could have been a writer this season. Or at least it feels like they've been reading my brain for the dialogue. Yeah, punch that crocodile! Beat the shit out of him. Of course, we had to have, you know, alligator. I don't know if it's a crocodile or an alligator. I never know the difference. But of course he's wrestling it.
Oh, you think you could do better without us?
I wouldn't be doing any worse.
Even Omega got away from you.
Apparently, she got away from you too.
Ooh. Ooh. That hurt.
So what happened?
What about you?
I'm the lookout.
Oh, so we take all the risk, and you get all the reward.
Yep.
Pretty
I know you're slow, Wrecker, but it's kind of been the deal from the get-go. Trap. Yeah. Oh, there he is. I do like that they took the concept from the cantina for the praying mantis alien, and they've just redone it. There you go. Kill him! Oh, he's got his own little speedboat thing. Oh, she disabled it.
You think I'd let you slip away from me again?
Yeah, that's it. What the hell was that? Did he just bogey up on him?
You were right to bring us along.
I'm always right. Grab him and let's go.
Yeah, it took him, what, 4 or 5 stun blasts to knock him out?
Now, adjust your position and breathe.
Where did Omega learn about meditation?
Where did you learn this?
Yeah, again.
Picked it up from my friend Gunji and the other Wookiees.
Gunji!
You've been to Kashyyyk?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Been to a lot of places. She's well travelled.
I just finished a job with some clones. They were asking about the Empire's M count.
Oh, she's forewarning. Who's she speaking to?
I'm sure you can track them down easily enough. I'll send you what I have.
Oh, no. She's double-crossing them. Yeah, I guess sometimes it's easy to forget that, you know, Fennec Shand isn't a good person. She's a bounty hunter. She, you know, does bad things for money. But because I think we associate her with someone so nice in Ming Na Wen, and we've seen her, you know, kind of turn a corner and be a relatively morally upstanding character in live action. We have to remember that's like 20 years in the future at this point. She's still in her kind of young bounty hunter phase here. So she's not going to be as reliable as we might hope. And she's probably playing both sides. You know, she's obviously already profited off of their help in capturing, you know, her bounty. So she's going to profit from that. And she's probably going to make a tidy sum if whoever it is that she's in contact with is going to show up and, you know, take them on. Although they could be trying to twist us. My theory right now is that she could be speaking to Quinlan Vos, who is in the early stages of setting up the path. You know, he's in the early stages of trying to rescue people who the Empire are after. And so maybe it's a case of, you know, she's been working with him to try and coordinate. And so she's giving him details of the Bad Batch to hook up with later, because he knows that, you know, Omega's in a very similar position to a lot of the people who might end up on the path. So that's my theory. That's my out there theory at the moment. If she's not speaking to another bounty hunter, if it was Cad Bane, they'd probably just show her. Oh wow, that's my phone. Apologies. Yeah, if it was Cad Bane, they'd probably just show him straight up. If it was anyone that we were expecting, they'd probably just show him straight up. But yeah, I think it could be Quinlan Vos. So this episode, it obviously had a very specific vibe. It was a very Louisiana swamp vibe, and I loved it. You know, I've been to Louisiana. I've seen some of the swamps there. I can feel the humidity on that planet. You know, I can imagine the conditions, and, you know, just adapting all those kinds of things into a Star Wars setting is always fun. You know, going after a praying mantis type creature in a swamp, it's kind of a very specific but, you know, again, memorable scenario. And it served a specific purpose here, because a lot of people have been complaining about Hunter's lack of hunting, you know, or at least his, you know, enhanced detection skills. You know, he's supposed to have really honed senses. He's supposed to be able to pick things up before they happen. And that hasn't really been in the forefront this season. So some people have been questioning, well, why is Hunter not kind of, you know, detecting like the worm on, you know, the frozen planet and things like that? Here, you know, it's kind of like a reminder of, yes, he still has those skills. He's still very much a hunter. And again, it was just a very nice kind of way of splitting off the group, allowing Omega and Crosshair a bit of time to start that healing process. Because again, that's very much what Crosshair is going to be about now. I think it's about the healing process mentally for the trauma he's been through. And for, you know, the others, it's about trying to find what exactly is going on, why the Empire is after the likes of Omega and others. And that'll probably carry us for a good while until we get to the answers, and then we have the big blow off at the end, which I'm really looking forward to, because I just feel like they're trying to build a lot of things up right now to a big reveal, and then we're going to get like breakneck speed storytelling, you know, big set pieces, a lot of action. You know, it definitely feels like they are, you know, planting the seeds to something that's going to be great. So, you know, again, a good episode. You know, I thought that was great. Even the episodes here where things are a little bit more chill have a great purpose, are executed really well. And, you know, there's some really great kind of little character moments as well in this episode. You know, especially with Crosshair and Omega, you know, kind of bonding again, and her trying to, you know, help him through his PTSD. Fee, obviously, as well, showing up, which I don't remember if we got her reaction to Tech's death last season. She seems very happy. She doesn't see, I mean, you know, she seems to have moved on, which is a shame. Again, I would have liked to have seen those two go a little bit further, because, you know, just if they felt like a good couple, but they never got to that stage. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you for the next episode.